How's it going? This is Jason, aka Director Nola, aka Vaughn Nola, and we're gonna talk about me making a choice to apply for early separation from active duty next year. Next year is when I can apply, and I think if it gets approved, I'll be able to cross over into the reserves, I believe, in 2021. All right, now before we get into all that, what are some things you got to consider when you're leaving active duty? The biggest thing you got to consider is the money. Let's just get straight to it. The money. Why the money? A lot of things that a lot of us don't, especially if you're serving active duty, a lot of things that we don't understand is fully how much money the government is spending on us, right? And if you have access to your MyPay through like your government computer or even on your personal computer, you can go to your MyPay and you can pull up your personal statement of military compensation. This paper right here, and you get a PDF. So, what is your personal statement of military compensation? Your personal statement pretty much outlines the total value of your military pay, allowances, and benefits. By making your compensation more visible, this statement can be useful when applying for credit or loans, including home loans. Another way this summary can be used is to help determine whether specific civilian employment offers will allow you to maintain the same standard of living as serving in the military. All right, so start with the total direct compensation on page 1. Add the federal tax advantages from page 2, and then add any additional expense a civilian employer will expect you to pay for, such as health, life insurance, retirement contributions, and etc. This will tell you the approximate level of civilian salary you must earn in order to maintain a similar standard of living as that provided by your military take-home pay. And then it breaks down, each section contains an explanation. However, if you have any questions, please contact your local finance office. So this is something I think not a lot of people know about. A lot of people don't consider, because we get the paycheck on the 1st and 15th, and we don't think about the bigger thing, like how much it costs if I leave and whatnot. A lot of people just say, "Oh, retired, do 20 years," but then at the same time, even if you do 20 years, you still need to be thinking about how much do I need to make outside of the military to be able to maintain the same quality of living that the military has provided for me throughout my military career. So this is a very important thing. It's something I've been looking at. So this compensation breaks down a lot, like your basic pay, your special pay and bonuses, and expenses and allowances, right? And then it goes into all the other, like, they talk about direct and indirect things like legal, health, all kind of things that you get by serving in the military, right? So you get this information, right? And let me backtrack. So one thing, a lot of us don't keep in mind is that we don't pay a lot of taxes on a lot of income that we receive from the military, in particular, like our benefits and like our benefits, like our BAH, our housing money to pay for our housing, our food money to pay for food, that's not taxed. Any special duty pay, that's not taxed. So, and that's a nice chunk of cash that we receive that we've been living off of pretty much tax free. Then when you go into the civilian world, and if you're still making that total compensation, and as if the money we was getting in the military, but now we're gonna be taxed on this dollar value that we wasn't used to being taxed on. So essentially, you have to make more than what the government was spending on you, because a lot of that money was tax exempt. So that puts you in a situation like, holy crap. So when I think about this, I'm like. This is something you got to think about. So the longer you stay in the military, the bigger your total compensation increases, because as you promote or go on, they allocate more funds towards you, because that's just the nature of the beast. Because you've been in longer, you rank up, so you are afforded more money in certain allowances that you get, like housing in particular. So that means your total compensation also increases as your career progresses in the military. So as I make this journey to leave, I gotta keep in mind, holy crap. So for example, I looked at my total compensation, that all the stuff, this includes everything: housing, insurance, food, medical, education benefits, in a job. So essentially, all that direct and indirect benefits that I receive, my total compensation is pretty much $80,000 a year. That's total compensation. That is pretty much the dollar value of what I get each year from my military job. Right now, I don't see that actual all eight. Like I said, it's caught up in like the legal services that they offer us on base, the health care that I get, the fact that I can, if I could, there's so many different things that we don't directly have to pay for because it's given to us. So now me knowing that my total direct compensation each year so far is $80,000, I now need to focus on, okay, as I'm starting to transition, I need to start figuring out ways to replace that. So essentially that's like my base, my foundation, replace that. That's the first step, figuring out a plan to start working now. So as I get closer to transitioning out, the new income that's going to take over for what the military is giving me is going to be in place. I don't want to wait till I get out and then look. I'd rather start as soon as possible. So I broke my total direct compensation down. So each year, I have to make, actual number is $79,190.28 per month. So per month, that's $7,500 a month I have to generate. And then weekly, that's $1,875. Daily, that's $268, and per hour, that's $11.16 an hour. And we're talking about like a full month, right? 30 days on the 30-day calendar. So knowing that's my number that I look at every time I come to my shop. Okay, I need to figure out how to make that number, right? That's the first goal. Then once I achieve that goal, the next goal is how can I double that 80,000 to 160,000 a year? That's the second goal. So the first goal as I transition out is to generate the income to equal my total compensation right now. So I need to work on figuring out how to generate pretty much 80,000 a year, $7,500 a month, $1,875 a week, $268 a day, and $11.16 an hour. Then after I achieve that goal, the second goal is so pretty much the first goal has to be achieved by April 2021. That's the timeline on that. Then the second goal of doubling that has to be achieved 2 years after. So April 2023, I need to be making $160,000 a year. Now, some of you saying, well, Jason, why do you make double that? Because I want to keep progression, right? And that means, okay, my businesses are growing, my investments are growing. Right now, I'm kind of like restarting. I'm starting small. I have this shop. I make custom mugs, shirts, socks, and other things. And there's other business I'm gonna get into. But then my plan is to get into the contracting side of the government, doing contract work, getting contracts starting off small, and work my way up big. Because my goal is to achieve generating. One of my goals is to get to making $1 million a year, and then so on and so forth. So I have big vision. Big goals. So far, the two clear goals is reaching 80,000 a year by April 2021. Second goal is to reach 160,000 a year by April 2023, and then reach $1 million a year by April 2025, and then so on and so forth. Because my plan is to be generating millions of dollars each year, because there's other things I want to plan. But starting off, as you plan to leave the military, make sure you look up your personal statement of military compensation so you can figure out how much money you need to maintain a similar quality of living that you're getting right now. Because you can't be in the military forever. Eventually you got to leave. Even if you do 20 years, you do 4 years, you do 1 year, you do 10 years, 15 years, you have to leave the military, especially active duty. I'm going because I'm going reserves, that's going to help me with some of the benefits like medical and whatnot. So that's going to help me alleviate some of as I transition. Plus, I recommend, if you're going from active duty to get out, I think you should go active duty, guard or reserve. I think you should transition out because we're programmed differently. Especially even if you do 1 year military, you do 4 years. You spent all that time in a subculture that you're thinking is slightly different. So to just go cold turkey, I think is ridiculous. So I think it's better to just transition out and say, okay, I'm going from active duty reservist. So I'm still getting some type of military interaction. I'm still being able to network. I'm still able to maintain some form of discipline. I say some form. It's not gonna be the same, but still also get a retirement at the end of the line. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna get a retirement. You know, but my mental goal is to not depend on that money. My goal is, okay, if anything, that money goes to my grandchildren or whatever, because grandpa built up a multi-million-dollar business enterprise that's global, that retirement money is just land. Yeah. So that's the mentality that I'm having, and that I'm slowly getting myself into, trying to surround myself around the people like that, because once again, as you leave, and you need to start surrounding yourself around people around the mindset and that you are trying to achieve, and people who are doing the things you want to do, because transition, and the earlier you start, the better. Especially if you know you locked in. Nope, I'm done. I'm going out into the wild. I'm going to go venture out and do my own thing. So that's what I have to talk about in this video. Well, no, I got more. So yeah, get your personal statement of military compensation. Right. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please post them below. Tell me what you think. Tell me, Jason, hey, what else you got to talk about? And we talk about military stuff. I'm gonna try to do these videos as often as possible. Right now is like, it is 4 or 6 a.m. here in South Korea. I've been up working on some orders for some customers who ordered some custom bags. So this is one of my side businesses that I have, that I plan to become my full-time business. But I also plan to go back to school. And that's it. And we work with the wife on that and managing that. But I need to go back to school. I need to get a degree in something that's going to help me here in Korea. And as I get closer to that part of the plan, I'm going to share that with you guys. But I'm planning on using my post 9/11 GI Bill to go to college here in Korea, so I can get an education that's going to help me progress here in Korea and help me reach my financial goals, and so on and so forth. More to come on that. So thank you for watching once again. Thank you. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Hey, Vaughn Nola, I'm out.